Hello friends, warm welcome to the Hidden Layers AI. This is Guru. This channel is dedicated to artificial intelligence related technologies. Currently we are covering OpenCV using Python. This is the young channel. May I request you to subscribe my channel. It will motivate me to create more videos of this kind. Thank you.
Agenda for today is shapes and text. We will draw lines, arrowed lines, rectangles, circle, ellipse and text. Ellipse has a lot of parameters, so it will be interesting to see how it happens. In addition to that, we'll also create a dynamic shape changing, particularly using circle, and for that we use a trackbars. Trackbars are the tools which you can change the variable value using some kind of tracker. So we need to remember these four parts of this trackbars. That is, to create a trackbar, we use create trackbar. Then we have to have some kind of name for trackbar, and then it will also have something called callback. You can assume that is like a function. So whenever there is a change on the trackbar values, this function will be called. And to get current position of the trackbar, we use a get trackbar position. So let's see how this works in the code. I'm using CV2, that is OpenCV library. So in this, what we do, we are using some kind of graph image as a background, and on that we will be drawing it. So I created a graph with size of 500 by 500. This is the file we have. To read any image, we use imread, which is nothing but image read. So you give the file and you show it. Let's see how the background looks like that by running this. You can see this is just graph with the 500 by 500 pixel. On top of it, we will be using our graphical tools like line and all for drawing it. So we'll be using a color images. So channels are 3. We use a color pink color, and our pen thickness is going to be 2 pixels. To draw any line, we need at least 2 points. That's a starting point and end point. So in OpenCV we have a function called line. Using this line we can draw. So let me make it a bit quicker. Here is the image that we are going to draw, start point, end point, and color and the thickness. Once you draw on this image, you will display by doing that. So the latest value will be shown to you. Here is how it looks. You can check. This is 50 by 50. Since it is 100 and this is 100, so 50-50 becomes the center point, and then we are drawing the end point as 50 to 100. So pretty easy. Now let's draw the line, but with arrows at the one end. So for that we used a function called arrow line. There we also have to give an image, start point, end point, thickness, just like whatever we gave, and the color. Apart from that, we also have to give a tip length. In this case, I am giving a 30% of the line length. Once you draw it, you actually display that. Let's see how this looks. You can see this line is drawn by around 20 points. That's what I shifted, and then drawing it. If you want to draw both sides arrows, we can use it. We can actually draw on the same position but with the other side. Let's see how that works. Here what I am doing is I am actually moving by 40 pixels the same point, then start position, end position, color, thickness, length, and then I am actually changing these 2 points. So you can see that how that works. So it's moved by 40 points from here to here, and then both sides I put it because I draw once this side. Again on the same positions I drew from this point to this point. Now that you see the lines, we'll move on to the rectangle. Rectangle needs 2 points. How it happens is you have to have first top point or top right or top left, and then end point is bottom right. So that's how actually it happens. For example, this is the rectangle, this is the top uh, top left, and then right bottom. So let's see how it works. You see, start point is this, and then end point is this. This 100 by 100 by 250. 100 position here, 250. That's how the rectangle looks. Now we'll see how the circle works. So circle needs center and the radius. So exactly the same way, you use the function circle, easy to remember, and then image on which you want to draw, center, and then radius, color, and thickness. Let's check how this works. See, 150 by 150, this is the center point, and then radius is 50 because it's 100, so 50 50 this side. So exactly perfect circle on this graph. Now the more interesting is ellipse. You can see this how it works. Ellipse is similar to circle, but however there are important things to note is that we will have a two axis, x-axis and y-axis, and then we will talk about angle, start angle, and end angle, thickness a little later. Let's see, we'll change it to the thickness is equal to 3. Let's run it this one. So you can see this, we have drawn, center is this, 300 by 1500, this is 300 and 1500, 150. That is x-axis is equal to 50. You can see this is a longer axis compared to this y-axis, which is 25. Now angle is equal to 0. I will explain a little bit later. Start angle is equal to 90. So you can assume here is the starting point, and clockwise you go a 90 degree. So this arc has started. If you put it 0, then you will get a full a full ellipse you got it. Now let's check what angle does. If you put, let's say, 30 degrees, you can see this one. The whole ellipse has been tilted by 30 degrees heading in the clockwise. So that is what it is. If you change the thickness to -1, we will get a ellipse with a filled circle, filled ellipse. So you can see that. So the ellipse with a filled value. So this is what it is. Ellipse is the function name, and you use an image on which you want to draw circle, two axes, angle we have seen. The whole in an ellipse can rotate with that angle in a clockwise. Start angle, end angle, generally used for creating an arc, and color and thickness is normally used in all drawings. So let's now check the trackbars. we'll first display the trackbar so that we have an idea of what it is. Basically, we use anything we want to control manually using some kind of a track, positions. Trackbars are used this way. Let me see this. So this is the trackbar. There are 4 controls are there. We can actually change its value. And once you change it, you can use some kind of functions to get what is the current position. Using those positions, you can define anything that you want. For example, in this case, I am using a red, green, blue. That will be used for changing the colors, and then radius of the circle is I am going to change. So both color and radius are being tracked by using this particular tool called trackbars. So let's see how that will work. So important thing to note is you need to you use the function called create trackbar. Here trackbar, this is the name of the trackbar. If you have a different names, that means it will display different places. RGB. See, for example, if I display like this, so you will get 2 trackbars, one is trackbars names and the trackbars one. Let's check that. So if you have this, something gone wrong. So you can see that. Now that we have a trackbars, we are going to use this trackbars for changing the color and as well as the radius. So here what I am trying to do is I am going to display text with the different colors as well as drawing one circle. So I am creating a loop. It's a continuous loop. So I am going to get these values from the trackbars like RGB, because this is the labels we have gave. Exactly it has to match. Once you have the current values, you define the new color using the values that we collect from trackbars. Here is the circle. Circles position also will be. Let's see this one. This talks about how to display a text. For displaying a text, we use the function called put text. So we have the image and what is the text that we are going to display, origin, which is from where we are going to start. I'll show you on the graph. And then this is the font that we are going to use for this text and how big it is, font scale, and it will be multiple of whatever the default font value is there. The color that we are collecting dynamically, and thickness we have already have it, and there is a line type. For now let us not discuss line type much. And then again we have seen already circle. So only difference between the previous circle and this circle is actually circle radius is being changing using the trackbar. Otherwise, and the dynamic color that we are reaching it. So let's run it and check. You can see this one, basics shapes, and I've given 150 by 50, that is 150 axis, y axis. So this is the point we are saying. We are saying that basic shapes the text has to start, and the circle has been drawn using the value 50. 50 is the radius. Now we can change its color. For example, if I make it full red, this becomes fully red color. And if I wanted to reduce the radius, I can reduce it. This is drawing on the same place, so it is not arranging the old circle. So that's why it looks like blurry. But basically we are redrawing on the same surface. If we change, let's say I make it this color, I can increase this. So I am increasing this one as well as this. Hope you liked this. So summary wise, track bars are used by using a gray track bar, and then important thing to remember is the name of the windows and the labels, and you use get track bar with the name, and then you get the values of this and then you fill it. That's how we are doing it in this. So to summarize, we have covered line drawings, start position, end point, the color, pencil, arrowed line. We have a start point, end point, as well as the tip length, and double arrow. We are just swapping the points and redrawing it. Rectangle needs 2 points, and then color. The function name is rectangle. Circle, as again function name is circle. It needs a center and radius. Ellipse, we have a center and two axes. Then we have more control parameters. It is a tilt angle, you can say, start angle, end angle on the periphery. And thickness, when it is -1, it is a filling. The function is called ellipse. So here track bars are created using create track bar, and then get track bar used for getting the tracks value. Use a put text for displaying the text, and circle for drawing the circle. Dynamically we are creating the color as well as the circle radius. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions on this, please put your comments in the comment box. Thank you.
Like, share, and comment. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button. Thank you.